I don't care to set world records. Play games for fun, dude.
I'm a psycho. I play hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games. We talk about a lot of weird things on this podcast. What is up, dude?
Yo,
I think
what's going on?
This might be 3 podcasts in a row without any mistakes, technical ones.
It's impressive.
That is impressive. Although I will say this, my forehead looks very shiny. So that's, I probably need a shower or something like that.
No, it looks good.
Look at this. We'll do one of these. Boom.
Oh, it's like it was never shiny.
Yeah, it's like when you do like a documentary and there's like a makeup lady that comes over and in between questions. That's what just happened to me. I don't know. I don't know what we talk about on this podcast anymore. I just looked over at my monitor. I was like, I look a little shiny.
I'm thinking the technical issues might also be tied to me wearing a hat, because this is 3 in a row that I haven't worn a hat.
Right.
Also, no technical issues. I don't know.
Maybe you shouldn't wear a hat.
I might try it next week. I might throw the hat on just to see.
Okay. You're gonna sabotage us now. Jesus.
Well, we just gotta know. We gotta know.
Right. Well, I hope everyone's ready to talk Motorfest, because that's what we're going to be doing today. We do have like a little bit of like, say, Call of Duty stuff planned later. And did I say planned? We don't really plan things here. You know what was unplanned today? It's just popped in my head. My son shit in his bathtub today, so that was really cool.
That's awesome.
It's so cool, dude. So it was the coolest thing. Yeah, it was awesome. It was the coolest thing that not like just in an empty tub, right? That would have been not a problem at all. You just clean it up. No, in a bath. He was in the bath.
While he was taking the bath, he just decided to shit.
Yes.
That's cool, dude.
Not only that, it was like after asking him like 4 times, do you have to go to the bathroom? Because he was farting, right? So I was like, do you have to go to the bathroom? And he's like, no. Poop. Stacey's not happy about me sharing this story.
Why not, dude?
So,
everybody poops the bath. It's normal.
If you haven't pooped the bath, are you even living? Like, what's going on here?
Dude.
Anyway.
This is like, I poop the bath maybe like once a year. I'm just kidding.
You do have a bidet, though, so you can wash off right away. Shout out to the bidet sponsorship. The Roto Wipe. We haven't brought out the Roto Wipe in a while. Where is he at? Hold on. There it is. Shout out to the sponsor of the podcast, the Roto Wipe.
Roto Wipe.
I know there's someone in here that's watching that has no idea that we were going to start this and talk about poop. But it turns out that's what we're doing. And this is also, Roto Wipe is dishwasher safe, in case you guys didn't know. And yeah, shout out to Roto Wipe for being the sponsor of the podcast. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
We all poop the bath. He's becoming a man at this point. Yeah, it's just like a rite of passage.
Yeah, Stacey didn't find it that awesome, I don't think.
What?
Yeah. We can move on. It was just something that came to my head. It was like, that really unplanned. It was very unplanned today. We did not plan on having that happen today. So it is what it is. Roto Wipe deserves its own dishwasher. Oh no, it's dishwasher safe. You just put it in there with all the dishes. Yeah,
with everything else. It just cleans it.
Yeah. You can't get dirty by cleaning. What?
Yeah, it's a dishwasher,
Exactly. Anyway, today we're going to talk about some Motorfest stuff. Like, I've got a whole list of feedback for IVT. And some of it I'm not going to keep, and some of it I am. So I'm hoping that you guys in the chat can sort of give me some feedback on my feedback, if that makes sense. I've been trying for a long time to sort of get with IVT. Like, I want to get with them and potentially Ubisoft and just give them all of the feedback from the channel's audience. Like, I would say dedicated players, not necessarily the highest skill players, because there's so many people that are better than me and I'm just trying to help people get faster, but definitely players that care about their races, if that makes sense. Like, they care about their performance. I'd say that's generally the people that follow, That being said, We got a bunch of feedback, and I've been working on trying to get in touch with them, and I want to be ready if and when it does happen. So that's what I'm doing today, is just I want to get feedback on my feedback, if that makes sense. And we can start actually with the summits. I put Tomco's summit changes in the title as well, because I think Tomco, if he's listening, this is one of the most complete write-ups on what summit changes should take place, like, just ever. And I don't know if you have.
I've not seen it.
If you haven't seen it, let me get you a link to it real quick.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it is here. Let's see. Copy message link. Then we go over here to Steven and we paste.
Do you really think they'll listen? I mean, it's worth a try, right? It's better than just being unhappy with the current game. Give them some feedback and hopefully do something with it.
There's different steps to this, right? So we gotta keep everything in mind. IVT is a business. Ubisoft is a business. They're trying to make money off their game. So if we suggest things that we want but don't really have a way for them to maybe monetize it or at least at the very least justify the cost of building it, then it's not going to happen regardless of whether the player base wants it or not. So we have to be realistic with that, but if I can get in the room with somebody, or even just, in a FaceTime, if I can do that, then it says they are willing to listen. So that's step one, right? Gather the feedback and they're willing to listen, So at that point, then it's kind of like, does it make business sense? And how many players is it going to make happy? And then that's how they make their decision, I'm sure. So I don't know. We just kind of have to go through it, man. We can't. They won't do anything if we don't give them feedback. That's for damn sure. They'll just do whatever they think is right. We gotta give it to them. We gotta let them know what it is. Oh my goodness. I've seen Tomco's suggestions already. Someone shared it to another server I'm in, because I'm not in the TCC anymore. 90% of them I disagree. That's interesting. FaZe, I would love to hear why you disagree with each of the points, because I'm gonna go over them. We're not gonna read it and do it. I'm just gonna tell you what the points are, and then we can kind of discuss it. So the first one is quality of life rank thresholds. So the rank thresholds, he says, haven't been carried over from TC2. This has really been missing. Let me see, especially when players on far close. Oh, okay, so basically he's saying we want to know with your current points, how far away from platinum are you, and how far away from the next one down are you? Like, where are you? How many points do you need to increase your scores, right? So I think that's definitely. Yeah. I think we can all agree that's probably okay, right?
I think that's helpful for the people that are just outside of platinum. They need to. Yeah, it helps them know. Yeah, I just need to get X amount of points more.
Exactly. That I agree with. It's a quality of life type thing. Point scaling. He says that most of the feats and basically any points-based events are completely pointless. As long as you have the parts, you're gonna get a full score. I've been saying this for a while. This is, I mean, they just need to change the way the points scale at the top end. Like, I get it, like up to a certain point, like they want a certain performance as like the minimum performance to get like a major score, but I think the scaling should continuously go, like keep going up. Like, don't just stop at whatever. What is it now? What is like 157, 849 or something like the 850? Yeah. Don't stop there. Just keep it going, I would say. We don't need it to stop there. It says, I'd love to see how many points I'd need to improve. Yep, exactly. Zagato says, if most of the players want something, then putting that in the game would be worth it business-wise. Yes, and that's how they justify it, Zagato. They justify it with player retention. With player retention, you can basically assume that players are going to buy more shit, right? You know, they're playing the game every single week. They're coming in and playing it for more hours. They're more likely to buy a vanity, an underglow, or whatever. Like that's the whole thing. So player retention is important to them, but I think as of right now, it hasn't been as important as gaining new players. I think new players buy more vanities than the old players, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not sure though. I am not sure. Okay, so Slipstream and other advantages when playing in a crew. So Slipstream he talks about is something that people are really sort of, I would say, frustrated with. I agree. In the summits, Slipstream is a problem. And I've been saying summits have been solo. They really should be solo. He sort of agrees with me here, but he also offers a different suggestion. And that is that you can play in a crew, but no Slipstream. What do you guys think of that?
I think so. I think that's fine. It's fair.
Does it kind of make it pointless to play in a crew at this point? Like, aside from just doing the event with your friends? Like, I don't know. An example would be, you know how when you can like co-op a campaign of whatever game, you don't really gain an advantage by co-oping. I mean, some games you do, but you don't really.
Well, most of the time they scale it.
Yeah, it scales up in difficulty, right?
Yeah, if you're doing a co-op, then it's scaled to co-op. So. Yeah.
So like I think that's fine. Yeah. This they can't scale the difficulty of a summit event.
Right. The only problem with it is literally just because of the way you get score in the summits. So you get the slipstream and then it's boosting whoever's gonna, win that. Actually, both of them are getting boosted, but one person's gonna have a higher score than the other person.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to, but I guess supposed to be like a solo thing,
Yeah.
Like your leaderboard, like you guys are going against each other, but it allows you to do the event together. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree. I personally, I think the summits, I think originally were designed as a solo experience, but because the game is named The Crew, that's like the argument against it from everyone that, wants to be able to play with their friends. I think it makes sense to be able to allow people to play in a crew in a summit, but it shouldn't give you an advantage. So you have to do all of the things. You have to walk back all of the mechanics that would give you an advantage by having a friend there. And there's a lot of them. I mean, he lists a bunch of things here that are specific to that. Like, for example, Slipstream. Obviously, we just get rid of Slipstream. He even said ghosting, because you can actually use a teammate on a corner where you would normally do like a wall bounce or something like that. You can use a teammate and you don't get the slowdown if you bump into them versus the wall. So like he's suggesting even having ghosting as a thing. In the Gymkhana, like stunt trial events, there's stunts that are tied to crew, like slipstream, formation, impact, close break, jump over, overtake. All of these things are tied to having another person in the lobby. You can't get those points if you're not playing with a friend. So get rid of those in those. Yeah, exactly. The street versus mode, the little drag race mode, you can actually like start, if you have a crew, you can actually like start ahead of the other people, and that's obviously a bug, but it is what it is. Destroying obstacles is another one where the person, if you're trying to get a good time, the person can lead and destroy things that would normally slow you down. You can just go right through it. Raptor Delicacy event specifically, you could get a 0 time if everyone in your crew did perfect laps. That's that one where it's, do you remember that event where it's like your speed is capped every lap and then it increases every single lap you do it?
Yes.
You remember that event? Yeah, you can actually get a 0 time if all 4 players do it perfectly, which is crazy.
Oh yes. I remember that.
Yeah, so that type of stuff, obviously we have to get out. So I think in general, if the goal is to allow crew play in the summits, then you have to remove all of the things that give the crew an advantage over a solo player. I think that's the only thing that's fair, to be honest with you. Oz says, as a game called The Crew, it wouldn't make sense to remove the crew functionality. Most people just play crews to race friends, not gain an advantage. It's only sweats really that use the advantage. True, 100% true. But they shouldn't have the advantage, I guess is the point. Faye says, better rewards. All I hear is people saying, hey, we need better rewards. It's been 2 years. We've seen what they can do. Part
That's part 3. So he
wait.
said a few going up.
Oh, did I miss some?
He earlier said he disagreed with 90% of them, and you said which
Gotcha.
ones? So he's been listing them out.
Gotcha. Okay, so here, let me see. I wanna go through these because this is actually important. So, hobby like is what we already have in free roam challenges. Summit Hall of Fame is only people who'd care are the 1% of players trying to go for it. Yeah, but that's fair. That's a very small amount of people. But how hard would it be to put someone's gamer tag or whatever on the monitor? Like it's literally a PNG image to just fucking put it on there. It's so easy. So it's not like a huge development cost, I don't think there. I think that's a pretty small ask. It also is would give players in that 1% a reason to actually go for the top every week. So that provides more, more replayability, that type of thing. Additional summit currency. People are already bitching about the current currencies. Let's add more and make shit more complex. So I hear you on that, and I think FaZe, when you read it, I'm sure you noticed his Tomco's like reluctance to even add it, like say that we should get another currency because there's already too many. But I think if it's not that specifically, it can be some form of that. Like you get something like, I don't know, like maybe more prestige tickets, and then like there's more things to spend prestige tickets on or something like that. It doesn't have to be a second currency. Okay, now we're caught up. He says summit restrictions. There aren't any no restriction summits. Yeah, that's the point. If you want a no restriction race, just queue up in one of the custom modes. No, what he's saying is he's not. Well, hold on, let me get to this because I don't remember this exactly what he said. Okay, so yeah, what he's saying is that the summits are super restricted, and a lot of them are loan vehicles. I personally hate the loan vehicles, by the way. The loan vehicles to me can fuck all the way off because it defeats the purpose of grinding for parts in the game. Like completely defeats the purpose. So I don't. Yes, that's exactly. Bullshit. And I know it's only 3 events, but it's been every single summit this season. 3 events have been loaned. So it's like, what are we doing here?
I agree completely. It feels like I wasted a lot of my time grinding the parts out when, I mean, you rarely need the parts anymore. It's pretty annoying.
Exactly.
Faces parts just a useless part of the game anyways. It's like that was a huge part of the game. Like a huge part of your gameplay was racing to earn parts. That way you can build your part sets out so you can compete in the summit.
Correct.
But now none of that even matters. So
no. The feats are basically pointless. I mean, besides like a speed trap or what's the other one? Speed traps, and what's the other non-point based one? I think that's it.
Yeah, I think just speed traps.
Because all the slaloms, the buoy smashing, low altitudes, all that, bullseye,
low altitude, long jump,
escapes.
Oh, escape too.
Yeah, escapes are not what do you call it? Skilled.
It's been a while since we've had an escape.
It has. Well, no, we got one 2 weeks ago, I think. But it was super easy.
It was a really easy one.
Yeah. Okay. This one is, let's see, FaZe says specs in Summit are already pretty well balanced. Grand Race routes as events. The Grand Race routes are pretty much already the same routes in custom mode. I mean, I think he's more talking about actual Grand Races as a Summit event. So like, you get 3 different cars and the thing changes, that for that one event, you get, a full Grand Race route, 3 different vehicle classes. I think that'd be kind of cool to see in the summits. And in that situation, I would say it's probably best to have a lone vehicle. But, that'd be cool. That's my opinion anyway. That'd be neat to see. It's different for sure. Sorry, chat. I'm like way back up here with FaZe, so hold on. New mods. We already have no nitro and pro racing. ST2 with 600 perf parts would just be the same as ST2 race, but slower. This is true. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really like that suggestion necessarily because, like, why? And then we're just going slower with Street 2 stuff. Doesn't make sense to me. All right, we're almost there. FaZe is busy writing. Yeah, he's got some things that he doesn't like. Let's see. Oz says, why does the XP leaderboard have a Hall of Fame but summits don't? If anything, just replace the stars in the custom show with summit winners. Agreed. 100% agree. Why do we have a Hall of Fame at all? That Hall of Fame is the most bullshit thing in the game. It's all just macros. But I would love if it was the summit. If it was the summit winners, that makes way more sense.
Yeah, it was really cool at the beginning because it was all the people that were like grand racing. And it was like everybody that was putting in all the time grand racing, they were on the top of it. And then the macro thing hit and then it was just over. Like immediately.
Yes.
Just immediately over.
Yep.
It's like that whole XP leaderboard just it means zero. Yep. It's nothing.
Yep. So let me go on a tangent real quick about the mods and the grand races, because by mods, I'm not talking about cheats. That you can go to xrcheats.com for those if you want.
Get those mods, yeah.
Exactly. Become a premium subscriber, please, today. The modifiers in the grand races have been rotating week by week, and we have not seen the same the same modifiers. I think 2 weeks in a row. The one that we do see consistently is no collisions. I think their survey data was that fucking we like no collisions. We like that. Keep that going every week. And then they're switching out all the other ones. So like this week, the mods that they post on their what is this called? The weekly article seems to be what you're gonna see going every single, like for the whole week. You're gonna see that happening. So I kind of am okay with the current rotation of modifiers. I think sometimes there's playlists where I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to do that. But it's over in 10 minutes and it's one race and you just keep going. Right. So anyway, I just want to kind of go off on that for a little bit. Final part, new summit rank. Yeah, no. IVT wants to make it easier for everyone to get the rewards, not harder. I agree with you. They do want that. But the problem is they have made the summit competition completely boring and useless. Like there's no they killed the drive for the rewards by adding the prestige shop, and I get why they did it. They want people to be able to get everything. Okay, fair enough. And then when they didn't see that many people getting it, they upped the number, so now there's 15,000 instead of 10. So now it's like not even really that difficult to get platinum. Platinum is the premier rank. It's the top rank, dude. Like it should be hard. It should be hard.
Exactly. It's literally a summit competition, and then I don't know. It turned into a weekly checklist is basically what it is. Like if you want whatever the dog shit reward is, then you got to do this every week.
And that's the same thing that Forza has. It's the same thing as like the Forzathon weekly shit. You get these points and you just get like another car, and you're like, I have 400 cars already because you throw them at me, and now I just do the checklist and I get this again. It's like it's just this mundane weekly thing, and it needs to be more than that. It really does. It has the potential to be more than that. The structure of it is good. It just needs some adjustments, and I feel like an additional rank would be really kind of nice, because it doesn't take anything away from the player base that's right there right now that gets platinum. You get platinum, you get the premium rewards, you get the car, you get all the stuff that you would normally get. But that extra little rank, and Tomco's suggestion was 1,000. So the top 1,000. I think that's pretty generous, dude. I think that's pretty generous. Top 1,000. That means you actually have to do the events. Like you couldn't just one-shot it unless you're like, I don't know. If you're you might be able to one-shot it.
I mean, I one-shot everything now. Like I literally do zero effort in the summits since I don't even know how long. It's been forever.
Yeah.
And I've never there was 1 week where I came like close to not getting it. I was like ranked 9,000 something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm lowest like 2,000.
Yeah.
Every week I'm like right around 2,000, and one shot, don't try whatsoever. I don't do any of the cuts. I don't do any of the reset stuff. I literally just drive the track once every event, go through the feats, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't touch the summit again for till the next week.
I would say someone of your skill level, one-shotting and not trying at all, getting, between, 2,000 or better, I think you would probably have to try. If there was another rank, the competition would be a little bit tougher, and then that would make you have to try.
I would actually enjoy trying, because like right now there's no point to.
No.
It's even harder for, like, I think it's impossible for me to not get platinum now. Like, that sounds like a cocky thing to say, but like,
yeah,
the closest I got was 9,000 when it was still 10,000 players. Now it's 15,000. There's no way I'm getting less than 15,000. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Nitrous Dog, welcome to the chat, man. He says, what else is there to do besides the weekly summit and grain racing and demo derby? Nothing. Unless you're organizing your own thing, nothing. So weekly summit is the summit is the premier event of the week. That's the thing that everybody should be coming back for. That's the thing that allows you to get new rewards. That's the thing that offers new-ish experiences with summit themes and different cars on different tracks. It's the thing that's supposed to provide you with the weekly grind. But it doesn't feel like that right now. It feels like a checklist. It feels like something that just needs a little bit of love. So anyway, that's why we're talking about it. BSD says, can we get some new shit as platinum rewards instead of recycle craft and TC2? This is a very common sentiment for sure.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
it'd be so good if that was the case.
Yes. Oz says the diamond rank, Tomco suggested would only be for crew credits. That was better players are rewarded without anything or anyone losing out on exclusive items. Agreed. I think that's a good way to reward them. It does not have to be a lot either. It doesn't have to, like, yes, of course we want a lot, but like, I think if you want to reward the players that are playing the game the most, that's a great way to do it. That's a great way. Top 1,000 what would that even cost them, dude? Let's do some math. Hold on. Because you can't really do much with 1,000 crew credits. Let's just say that's the
reward for the top 1,000.
Yeah, so 1,000
crew credits.
Yep, times 1,000. So that's a million. That's a million crew credits. Do you know how much that is on a weekly basis? If we just in terms of dollars, right?
No.
It's about $80.
Okay.
$80 a week times 52 weeks. It's about $4,000 for the year.
Okay. You'd have to get that 10 times to get like one of the basic vanities, right? Like a 10,000 cc vanity.
Right.
So it's, I don't know.
1,000 is nothing, dude. You have to do 10 summits before you even get a $1 tire.
Yeah, before you can get the $1 vanities.
That's what I'm saying. For the entire community, the whole game, it's $4,000. It's less than a $5,000 investment on their part.
Yeah.
And it would probably get people to play the summit. And if you made it good enough, like you could even drop it. This would be kind of cheap, but if they dropped it to 500, then it would get real competitive. That top 500 would be real competitive.
It would, yeah. I mean, the lower the number, the harder it's going to be to like break into for sure.
Mm-hmm. Nitro Dog says they could change the look and style, but not the actual work. I mean, gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, true. No worries, Face. I like the opposing views, man. I like to hear it. I want to hear what people are saying. Summit carries TCM, so they should show it more love. I think I read that already. What else? We need at least 2 Motorfest live streams, says Samir. All right, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for wanting more. I definitely plan on doing more. I will say that. I'm hoping to do another Motorfest stream sometime. I'm hoping this weekend if I can. I don't know if I will, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. So then you'll get the Summit one plus one more, just like regular Grand Racing, have fun type of thing. Best interest is to appease the casuals so the game can grow. Give it a few years, it will either get easier or go away altogether. Right. So this is what I'm really concerned with, because I think Forza Horizon is probably the best case that we can look at, the case study, because the game is for casuals. That game is for sure for casuals. Like, it's just built in the way that like everything is easy. You can get cars and money and you don't have to grind, and it's very easy to get into. The mechanics of the driving is all very familiar. It's not hard. It's very like, it's just easy. Like, that's how I would describe the game. And people fall out of love with that game every single day. There's just people just hating the game. Like, they don't care about that game at all. To me, I think the PlayStation release went just like I said it would, which is that people were busy for like a month or two, and that was it. They're like, yeah, okay, I'm done. And they're right back to Motorfest.
Yep. Yeah, it went pretty, from what it seems like, almost exactly like we were saying.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome for everybody for a little bit, and then they're going to fall out of it.
Yeah.
It's a good game, just doesn't last long.
It doesn't last long. Yeah. Look, Zagato even forgot that it was on PS5. That's how little splashing that it did when it jumped in that pool. It probably sold a bunch of copies to PlayStation 5. I'm sure people bought it.
It was probably a jump scare for Motorfest. They probably had a little jump scare for a minute.
Yeah.
It might have been like a dip in player base, and it might have been like, oh shit, hold on.
Yes. Forza is made for cruisers that play like 2 hours a week. Yeah. Agreed. Anyway, so let me scroll down here because we kind of went over a bunch of the things already.
Forza is an Xbox main game. I'm sorry, but in PS5 it does not belong. I don't even know what that means, Angel. It's a game, dude. It's a game. All right, we want Minecraft and Sea of Thieves back too.
Yeah, give it back to us, bitch.
Damn, he really called you a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. Oh, there is another idea in here that I thought was pretty interesting. He mentioned boosted parts. As a summit reward for the new rank. Now, before anyone gets all crazy, he said none of the affixes should be anything that gives you an advantage. Only the ones that would help you with currencies like XP and bucks and treasure hunting, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Is that only those? If you get in the top 1,000, then you can have, you know, boosted parts for those things. You know, more bucks, more XP, whatever. That would give players, that would give players an incentive to get into that top 1,000 if they don't already have all the stuff.
Before that, I was like, no. Like, we were just complaining that we don't even use the parts that we have, and then you're gonna add boosted sets. It's just another pointless thing.
Exactly.
And then people are gonna be upset that they can't get it.
Right. If they added boosted sets right now, it'd be the most pointless thing ever. Like for nitro boosted set, it'd be so stupid. It wouldn't make any sense. Like, who's using that? Like, for what? The summit's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, Bates says, well, why would you even need XP or money? Well, you and I wouldn't, Bates. We wouldn't. But there are players that, you know, maybe you're just getting their feet under them in the game and are, you know, good enough to get into the top 1,000. They get in there and they get, you know, get the boosted sets, and then their grind is a little bit easier. That's, I think, who that's for. Aren't the people who can earn those boosted parts already in the point? Well, yeah, that's what I just read that after I just answered that exactly. Anyways, I agree with a lot of this stuff. I think the majority of what he's suggesting, I think, is good. The most important to me is to do two things: make the summits competitive again, and make it a more solo based experience. I mean, you can have crews. I'm okay with the crew thing, as long as it's not, you know, an advantage. I think you're getting ranked individually. You should be competing individually, even if that's with a friend.
I agree. What about any feedback that is non-summit related?
Non-summit related feedback. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. I have some stuff. I have a list.
Okay.
So first on my list, which is not, this is not in any order, but the first thing on my list is a classic PvP mode. So
Okay.
introduce some sort of 8 to 12 player classic PvP queue. Everybody on board with that? Is that something that we should ask for, that we should want? Some sort of classic, just rotation, just like, you know, jump in and, you know, 3 hypercar races, and then it just keeps going, and then you get, you know, 3 street races, and then it keeps going, like just a rotation, just a queue of classic PvP. Are you down with that? Do people like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like that.
So the issue is that this will for sure take away from Grand Racing.
It would. That is the problem.
And the queues for the Crew 2, their PvP, which was was terrible. It was horrible. So bad. You just couldn't get people in races. So I'm a little nervous about that, and that's the one thing that I want to bring up.
That is a good point, actually. You don't really think about that. What if it was like that was like a day, like a special modifier,
Like a
how they
day.
do like the Saturday modifier thing that they do, where it's like on a specific day, like we have playlist racing.
Yeah, what if what if playlist racing was really just what if it was just grand races but with smaller, like instead of, it would be like what can we call the modifier? We can call it, instead of grand races, it could be like, I don't know, mini grand races or something, you know? Like, what if it was just that? What if it was just a modifier for the grand races, so that the queue didn't change? And yeah, you said like it's on Saturday. Would that work? Or do people want an actual like separate playlist queue?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oz says yes, but it definitely wouldn't be cross-platform, because they wouldn't host servers for every 8-player session. They would make it P2P, and the only way TCM can support cross-platform is through servers. But you don't think they would invest in the servers if they were going to launch a...
That's a different topic, but they need to fix the servers they have now.
100%.
Like, no. So no, I don't think they're going to invest in servers for this.
Right. But if they did run it as a modifier instead, like a lower, it's like, we'll say like mini modifier, where it drops the player count from 28 to, I don't know, 14 or something. And it's just one class, one class, the whole race. Just this one car, boom, you get to go. Would people enjoy that as a grand race mode, as a modifier? I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe.
The not so grand race, exactly. They gotta fix the PS5 server crashing for people first. Yeah, true.
They gotta fix the server issues altogether, dude, for everybody.
It might be really complicated, to be honest with you. So like today, Ubisoft servers went down. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
Yeah. That caused everything to not work. Like, it seems like Ubisoft games are really tied in with their online servers, like always online situations, which is unfortunate. Oz says, no, I think having servers for every 8-player session would be too much. If anything, they'd put that infrastructure into letting summits be played cross-platform or free mode or something like that. That's fair enough.
Yeah, because there's currently no free mode cross-platform.
Yeah. It is true though, because they're looking at it probably and saying, we're not really, are we going to actually gain players by offering this type of PvP mode? Maybe. But is it going to be enough to justify the cost of all the servers? Is it going to be enough to justify all the matchmaking? Is it going to be enough to justify, you know, all that stuff? Like, is it really going to make sense? So I don't think they would go out on that limb, to be honest with you. But it would be nice to see in the game. Like, it doesn't make sense that it's not there, you know? It doesn't make sense that the Grand Races are the only PvP experience. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Season 7 broken as F, dude. There should be more. There should be more incentives for using different cars if people really want more variety in the grand races. Yeah, I talked. Oh my gosh, the yawns, dude. Yeah, I'm all for new incentives for grand racing. There's no incentive for grand racing right now. None. Not even money or XP is an incentive for grand racing. You know why? Because it's one of the worst ways to get money. If your goal is to get the most money, grand racing is not the way to do it. So there is zero incentive to play grand racing outside of you're a competitive person and you want to race against other people. Like that's it. Your own gratification.
There's almost no incentive for any of it. I mean, coming from me, like for me to play at least, because I have too many hours in the game. I already have every car and everything in there. So
why do you play? Why do you play? Just to hang out on the summit nights?
Yeah, I have fun with you guys on Tuesday.
Okay, fair enough.
It's so fun to jump on and like do some grand racing and stuff every now and then. But yeah, there's no actual incentive for me to like get on daily and play.
You're like you seriously are probably the epitome of like the average player that's good at the game. Like your experience is probably really similar to a normal player playing this game. You don't have any real drive to want to play the game really. You play once a week for summits. Have fun in grand races every once in a while.
Yeah, if you guys are on like racing or whatever, I'll hop on with you guys and do some racing.
Yeah. But that's not about the game though. That's not about the game. That's about you just wanting to hang out and race. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Motorfest is calling your name. You got to come. You're going to get on. No, it's because, you know, I'm on or SimG, we're both on or whatever. And you want to jump in. So, yeah, that's where the problem is. We need to have incentives. I want to see what the incentive is. So.
Right. Because Steven doesn't want to finish Doom. There's lots of reasons I don't want to finish Doom.
So funny that you just hated Doom. Like it just wasn't. You love the previous one.
God, Doom was so good. They were so good, and this last one that came out is so dog shit. Pissed me off, dude.
They just changed everything, dude. That's all it was. They changed everything on you, and now it's shit.
Yes, dude. It's just I don't know. It's not for me.
Steven's a casual, confirmed. I wouldn't call him a casual. He's got like 1,200 hours in the game or something.
I think now I'm currently a lot more casual than I was. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see, how many hours do I have?
Oz says, make it so that after 1,000 grand races finished, you can get the GP Explorer Edition or something that would encourage it. True. I agree with that. Make some high, you know, not high value, but like big grind rewards. I remember in the Crew 2, they had like the XP level grind where you were trying to get that level next to your name. And I think it capped out, I think it either like 9,999, something like that. And there was rewards all the way through it. I mean, you would get parts, you would get, you know, cars up into a certain point.
Icon track.
Yeah, exactly. The icon track. Yeah. We don't have anything like that here. The closest thing to that here is the main stage reward. And I'm like, you know, I'm level whatever it is, 2,000 and something. I'm like, I don't even. It doesn't mean anything.
Weird, man.
Yeah, what about a record system kind of thing that's more broad than the playlist challenges? Record system. It was cars up to 1,000 and parts after that. So okay, but that's still good. Cars all the way up to 1,000, dude. That's not bad. Especially if you started the game late, it's pretty good. What happened to the changes to the custom show? Luciano, I'm not 100% sure, but I will say this: the talk of the custom show being rigged has gone away. So I feel like whatever they did, they fixed it. Like, I don't know. Oz, do you have a clearer picture? Because I don't feel like they said exactly what happened. They just said changed. There's a change to custom show. Does anybody know what happened to the custom show? What did they actually change? Because it doesn't seem like anything's changed on the face of it, but it doesn't. I'm not seeing the same car with the same colors all at the the top 10 anymore. I'm also not getting any votes, like at all. Who's in there voting for the custom show, by the way? Still waiting for the Mad Viper. Yeah.
The Lucky Dragon too. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. It'll be here eventually. There's plenty of months left of life in this game for you to get a car.
Plenty.
Brought over.
Plenty. Okay. What about here, let me scroll down. What about a ranked mode? Let's talk about a ranked mode. We've done this before on the podcast, but I kind of want to go over it again because I have some very specific things that I wrote down. Ranked mode specifics. Obviously, I think we are all in agreement that no collisions need to be a thing. No to minimal slipstream. Everyone starts from the same grid position. That's, I think, is pretty cool. I think that's pretty important. Varying weather conditions, obviously, cross-regional matchmaking enabled. I would say for a ranked mode grand race, I think it should be one global matchmaking queue and have it all be no collisions. Like everybody's ghosted, one queue. Then you don't have to worry about desync or anything like that. Just that way we don't have to worry about getting into matches. You know, everybody's queued into the same thing. This is a big problem for TDUSC. Having regional, you know, server-based matchmaking for that. Ranks reset every 4 months. That seems pretty normal. That's like a seasonal thing. 4 to 5 ranks. Obviously, we went over that for sure. I'm asking too much of IVT. I gotta ask. They could say no, but I gotta ask.
You gotta ask, man.
I thought you didn't want all no collisions because you didn't want a time trial. I don't, BST, but I think in general, me personally, I don't really like no collisions. I would rather have ghosted starts, but I think in general, the comp community would much prefer if it was all ghosted. Oz says if ranked was no collisions, they wouldn't have to have no collisions in normal grand races, in my opinion. True, they wouldn't have to. But Oz, I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of casual players do enjoy the occasional no collision. I think it's a relief from being rammed all day and night. You know, it makes it to where it's just a Saturday night ramming. You know, not an all week thing.
Yeah, you need that every once in a while.
Right.
A good Saturday night ramming.
Yeah, little Saturday night ramming, but like not if you're getting rammed Monday through Friday, and then Saturday night comes along, you're getting rammed again. It's like, God dang it, dude.
Yeah, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, you need a little relief from that, from the weekly ramming. So, I think it's fine. Tacos Beer says, "Why does Demolition suck?" I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, dude. I don't play it. I have no idea.
I don't think anybody just has the desire to play that.
Yeah.
I don't know why either. Like, I never once have wanted to queue into it. I don't know why. The few times that we played it, it was fine. It wasn't like a terrible experience, but I just zero. Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
I just don't care to play it at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't care to play it either. But I think it goes back to incentives. I don't think the game mode itself is inherently not fun. I think it's fine. It's fine to play, but like, why? Why am I playing it? There's no reason for me to play that.
I think it's because, it's a racing game.
There's no incentives.
I jump on to race.
Yes.
I don't really care.
And that's my point, though.
I can just crash people in the grand race. It's just
easily. Yeah, easily.
More fun, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of more fun because they're not expecting it.
Yeah, you just ruin somebody's night. It's so much more fun.
But it goes back to incentives once again. Like, I don't have any incentive to play Demolition Derby at all. Is the gameplay okay? Sure, it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It is when you're in it and you're playing it. And like if we played it on stream or something, I'm sure it would be fun. I'm sure. But there's no incentive for me to do that. I'm not getting any rewards, nothing like that. Grand races you could say the same thing for grand races, but the incentive for me is the competition. That's the incentive.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about if I'm good at demolition or not. It's you know what I mean? Like the competition is the reason I'm there. So I don't know. That's all it is. I think ranked would solve a lot of problems for the game. I also think private matches, private lobbies would solve a lot of problems for the game. So those are two things that I really want to hammer home. If I do get a chance to talk to IVT, I think private lobbies and ranked are the things that I think really would solve some problems for the game. Private lobbies would be huge for the comp scene specifically, and the organizers of events like me, Dryminator, people that actually are putting on competitions. Private lobbies is a must. We have to have it. Like it's just it's
I got something
horrendously bad. Go ahead.
I got something that they can add into the game immediately that will make so many people so happy.
I'm listening.
You ready? It's the easy one.
Supra. Wait, we already have those.
Wheel color.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Get rid of the chrome wheels. Like, give us the option to do the other colors.
Hold on. I need to write this down.
That alone
I don't know
will
why.
make so many people so happy. And then they can go a step further and add actual nice rims. More rims that look nice. That would be the next step.
Yes.
But right away, make it to where we can have other colors other than chrome.
Right.
That would make so many people so happy.
Yes. Why isn't that a thing?
Yeah, it's insane.
Licensed car rims. Licensed car rims would be great. Yep. But the color would be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, private lobbies. Yeah, private lobbies I think are really important. And I think a ranked mode is definitely important. The summit has become, like you said, is just not competitive at all. There needs to be a place for the competitive people to, you know, get their rocks off or whatever fucking saying is, you know? So those two things definitely I really want to hammer home. Let me go back. So I have like a little list here from Psycho 97, who gave me some. A lot of this stuff is stuff that he wrote down too, but the performance and technical improvements. So they're talking about like stability and rendering, fix the crew disconnects, crew event expansion. So like the Donut Media Raptor event, he's talking about that. Double back start issue fixes. He's got a video on that. He's talking about double resets basically. Fix the friend notifications that causes your PC to, like, you know, stutter or whatever.
Stutter.
Yep. Yeah. Game crashes on PS5 and other platforms. Anti-aliasing enhancements. A lot of that stuff needs work. Let me go back up here.
Bro, after we were talking to Test Drive last night, and just about like the servers and stuff, and after that, dude, it's crazy how bad the servers are in this game.
Yeah, well, it's more so how they affect everything.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like, not that they're I would say bad. Maybe they are bad, but like the fact that everything is so tied to the server, the Ubisoft server, is crazy.
Yeah, and your account and everything. It's just like, it's nuts, dude.
Yeah,
it was nuts. I was like listening to him tell me about all this stuff that he's been testing and doing this crazy thing, trying to make it run better for him. And I'm like, damn, all that has effects on everything. That's insane.
Yep. Oz says, don't fix rewind. You like those rewind events, Oz? He's all about it, dude. Angel says, really, I don't know if I'm just lucky, but mine hasn't crashed. It's definitely lucky.
That is pretty damn lucky.
Yeah. Another random thing I think would be fun is Grand Race finish screen. It'd be cool to see what cars everyone used for each section rather than just the last car. Yep, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Dustin says, remove rewind. I'd be happy if rewind and resets both were gone from summit events, but I don't think you should change the way it works in the game. I think it's a mechanic that the crew has had for a while, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not really that against it. Rewind already had a fix with a 1 second delay. I don't know if that's a fix or an adjustment, because did you see the last summit guide phase? Like, I rewound like 4 times or something. It's not it really just shouldn't be in the summit thing. That's all.
Yeah.
Steve, what's going on, man? How are you? BSD says, are we ever going to get any changes to the affix rolling system? I don't think we will, but I'm gonna write that down, BSD, because that's something that I've talked about in the past, and I didn't write it down. But I think for parts, let me see if we have a section for parts.
They have done some really good things with the parts.
Yeah, parts are way better now than they've ever been. They probably will leave it. I would just like to be able to change. I like the way the part system works now, but I would like to be able to select the specific affix and have that cost a currency. Like,
right.
I don't want to do. Why am I sitting there fucking re-rolling this shit?
Yeah, why are we gambling this?
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's just so boring. Just make it so we can select it. You know, put up a little. If you want this one, then you have to fucking
at least they
whatever.
Keep it the same as TC2. TC2's was awful. You got to a point where like you just had to get a new part.
Yeah, because the price just kept going up and up and up to re-roll.
Every time you rolled it, and it just wouldn't give you the piece, and it's like, okay, well, I have to just grind for a new part now. It was so stupid.
You're better off just running New York again.
Yeah, so dumb.
They killed the reset, so rewinds have to be ruined too. That's a fair point. When's the next Heat stream? I really don't know, Steve. Probably next week. I'll be honest with you. I think probably next week, because I'm trying to put out a little bit more in terms of the videos, and I've also been doing some shorts lately, so I've been working a little extra hard on actual content that you guys can consume, and so the streams have sort of taken a little bit of a back seat. A little bit. Just messing with the balance a little here. Sometimes I need to balance it for myself as well. Streaming is fun, but when I get done streaming, sometimes I'll be honest with you, it feels like I didn't get anything done, if that makes sense. I just played games for a few hours. And and then the opposite happens. Sometimes I play, sometimes I make, you know, more videos and more shorts, and then it feels like I'm not, you know, hanging out with the community. I'm working too hard. So just switching it around every once in a while. Rhino the Raccoon has appeared. What's up, man? They need to bring a New York type race to TCM. Agreed. They can throw it into the what do you call it, the Maui Expeditions thing. Just put it in there. There's a really cool well, I wouldn't say really cool, it's mostly highway, but there's a figure 8 that you can do around Maui. I don't know if you know that. There's a highway figure 8, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, the highway sections go around the top section and then back around the bottom, and then you can loop it back around.
Interesting.
The map's too small for New York? I don't think so. I think you could. I think to get around the entire island, I think it's like 3 minutes or something, 4 minutes. I'm not sure. But you could go around this one island and then all the way around the other island and then back. And then maybe through the cities. Like, they could absolutely find a 30-minute path. 100%.
Yeah. It's definitely possible.
Having so many different part levels probably adds to so much work to the devs too, only for most cars to be maxed out within a few weeks. That's true. I don't think they're going to change it though. I don't think they'll get rid of anything like that. Can you tell me when you are going to start a new one? Oh, Steve, you're talking about a crew? Let me see. A crew or a stream? I think he's talking about a stream.
Yeah, so when's the next stream?
I don't know exactly, Steve. I think probably next week, but I'm not 100% sure. They can have it named Oahu to Maui. That'd be cool. That'd be good. Which do I prefer more, Need for Speed or Forza? Need for Speed. Like, it's a landslide. Not even close. Yeah, not even close. I'm not a hater of Forza. It's fine. Just not my thing. Having so many different. Oh, I read that already. There says 70,000 New York runs in TC2 just to finish my Nitro Chem set, and then the very next week they gave it away as a boosted set, and I wanted to launch my PC into orbit.
Yeah, dude, you gotta do that every once in a while.
I would have been so happy though.
I'd be so mad. Dude. You grind all that out, and then the very next week it's a boosted set. You're like, oh, okay, dude. Yeah, that's brutal.
That's fun.
That is brutal. Oh my goodness.
TCM is my main game. Riders Republic is the backup. Forza, Need for Speed, and Wreckfest are my backups. What am I missing? Car X Street. Good fill in there,
Yeah.
BSD. Car X Street.
Is a good one.
100%. Car X Street is good. It's a good one as a backup game for sure.
Yeah, shooter.
Yeah,
throw a shooter.
Throw a shooter and throw a survival game in the mix, man.
Maybe a little Elden Ring Night Rain.
Don't listen to Zagato. He's wrong about that one. Also, Bot Race is here. Bot Race is here, but he's not doing the right thing. I don't know what he's doing.
He's letting people know for next stream.
Right. Nitrosog says, I think TCM lacks player-created things to do. There's no actual freedom whenever it comes to multiplayer. It feels like a track racer, even though it's a free roam. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't feel like a free roam game.
I just realized I haven't played TDU since the casino got added.
Yeah, you didn't lose half your money or whatever.
I'm missing out. I think I should have been on there racking up money so I can have a huge payday eventually. Eventually, maybe.
Maybe. They might not ever add it, dude. You never know.
It might get added mid-season. If not, it should be added at the start of next season.
Luciano says, have you thought about trying old games that you haven't played on stream? Yes, I've done that a couple of times actually, Luciano. We did Underground 2 and Most Wanted, and I would love to. Here's the thing. First of all, it's hard to get a hold of these games because you have to find them basically. And right. When you are looking for computer files on the internet, it's always really safe and you can download anything you want. So
right. People, old games, people are scamming a lot, so you could, it's hard to find a clean file to download.
Sometimes. Anyway, no, I've done it a couple times. I've thought about doing it again. I'll be honest with you, it's fine, but personally, I like new stuff more than old stuff. I'm not a nostalgia guy at all. When it comes to games, anyway. For example, I played a ton of Grand Theft Auto 3, so many hours. But if I was gonna sit down and play a Grand Theft Auto, I'd be playing the whatever the newest one is. I'm not gonna go back and play Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I don't know. It would be fine to experience some of those games. There is Need for Speed Pro Street. I would have liked to have experienced that, I think. But there's not. I don't know. I'd have to figure out how to.
Need for Speed World was pretty cool. I played a tiny bit with SimG not that long ago.
Yeah.
It was maybe a little while ago, but yeah. That was a game that I didn't even know existed, and it's like a mix-up of a bunch of the Need for Speeds. So the map is just a huge combination of old Need for Speed maps.
Yep.
It was a pretty cool game.
Yeah. BSC says, will there be another Feature Friday soon? I think next Friday. This Friday, I want to do a Motorfest stream because I just want to play. I'll be honest with you guys. I've been enjoying trying to get better at Motorfest. That's something I've been really trying to do. I've been trying to improve at Grand Racing, and I think that has motivated me to play it more. When I sit down at my computer, I'm like, what do I want to play tonight? It's usually Motorfest. It's just because I'm on that grind right now. I really want to try to get better.
Yep. Yeah, I've been grinding that. Yeah, what are your thoughts on TXR, dude?
It's fine.
My thoughts are boring. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes,
boring.
It's boring to me, but I understand why people like it.
Yes. Okay. I guess boring. That is kind of harsh. I had fun when I played it a little bit, but it's it gets so boring.
It's this to me. I guess I didn't get to the really high levels. I just couldn't get through the grind of it.
I beat it. You beat it. Well, from what was, I think there's more now, but
yeah,
when we bought it, it was early access or whatever, and I beat everything that was there, and it's just damn, bro, it gets so boring. You're just doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing over and over again.
And then I guess people would say, make the argument about other games you do the same thing over and over again, but it's also PvP though.
Yeah, that's the part that.
Whereas that game is not, and I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of highway racing in general, and that's all we're doing there.
Bone says, I love TXR, one of my favorite racing games of all time. That's cool. Like I said, I understand why people like it. It's just not my it's definitely not my cup of tea.
Yeah, the cars were cool. The graphics and everything, like the whole vibe of the game was sick. It was fun.
Yeah.
I couldn't play it for a very long time. I had to play it in increments.
Yeah, definitely. There was a question there about something else. What did I miss? Oh, Shane says, what game system in your background are you the best at? Curiosity kills the cat. That's a good question. I would say probably Blitz. I'm not that great at Pac-Man, and I'm not really that good at Ridge Racer. So Blitz would be like the one game I'd probably be good at. I grew up like Blitz came out when I was really little, and I would just play a lot of it whenever we could. We go to like a pizza place and you see an arcade machine, play some Blitz.
Yeah.
This new TXR is more nostalgic for the players who played the originals. Right. I didn't play the original. I have zero connection with that game, and going in as a player like that, it's not for me.
Having a zero nostalgia, no idea what the game was even about, just hopped in it. It was not my favorite. It wasn't bad though, just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Dalton says, I'm still fairly new to TCM, so is it worth it doing grand races if I usually only get 15 to 28? Or is there a better way to get money to unlock more cars to do better in the grand races? No, Dalton, grand races is not a good way to get money. Grand races is a very like passive way to do money. If your goal is to get the most money, that's not the way to do it. If your goal is just to play the game and enjoy it, and then like, oh, after I'm done playing for 2 hours, I have like a bunch more money, grand races is a way to do that. But no, if you want to really grind money, it's not the way. I would say take a look at my channel. I forget what the money guide is currently. I forget what the best way to do it is. I'm not mistaken. It's God, I can't remember. I really can't remember because I haven't needed money in so long. But go to my channel and just type in money in Motorfest. You'll find it. You'll find the most recent one. Racing game that would get me hooked would be the ones that could allow me to build the cars in any way I want, inside and out. Yes, that's fair. Nitrous, have you tried Torque Drift 2 by any chance? I'm curious what your thoughts are on Torque Drift 2. Torque Drift 2 has really, really good physics, like really good drift physics. Racing physics, not so much. Like they're getting there. They're still working on it. But the drift physics are great. I don't know if you're a fan of that, but you should give that a try.
Just put the link to your most recent money guide in the chat there.
There you go. Give that a shot, Dalton. Give that a shot. That link that just got put in chat. Insane how quick they patch money methods, but leave game-breaking glitches for months. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know why they're so quick to do it, but you think about it this way. Let's say you're the dev and you just made this new game mode. You're like, oh, it's this new game mode. I'm excited. It's coming to the game. It's finally going to be in it. And it launches. And then the fucking first day, someone figures out how to cheese it. And they're climbing a tree with your car and just getting checkpoints left and right. And just ranking up and getting a bunch of money. And then not actually playing the event that you designed as a dev. That would be really frustrating, I think. So I feel like they're trying to keep it like, once we put an event in, let's try to make people play that event the way it's supposed to be played. I think that's really what it is. It's not really about the money methods. They're not looking at it going, players are getting too much money, they're not going to play the game as long. I doubt that's the case. I think it's more about the integrity of the event. Angel says, I want to get Torque Drift 2. I'm just waiting on it to come to mobile or console. Yes. Yeah. I think once it hits console, I think people are going to have fun with it. It's a very nice game. I got hooked on the time trialing for a while. Like
yeah, Torque Drift 2 is pretty fun.
It's pretty fun. I say there's not a lot there yet because it's still in development, but it's got its moments for sure. It's definitely a fun game. Let's see. BSD said, I need to play through TD2, but I'm tied down with Dirt Rally and Car Mechanic Simulator. Car Mechanic Simulator, bro. I want to be into Car Mechanic Simulator. I really do. I want to be into it. I just don't know if I can. What did I think of the G63 off-road and Payback? Oh, I have no idea, because I did not play Payback barely at all. I played a tiny bit on stream, and that was it. Need to check out JDM for the new physics update too. I heard about that, but I didn't actually play it. Astro says nice game.
Did not play too much of JDM either.
No.
It's another game where it's like it's fun. It's a good game.
But no multiplayer.
It just doesn't, it just doesn't pull me in. Make me want to keep playing it.
I tell you what, I'll probably end up playing a lot more JDM if they introduce a multiplayer. If they introduce a multiplayer mode where it's, matchmaking, all that stuff, I will probably be in that.
I feel like it's going to be so hard to do because those roads are so tiny. It'd be impossible to get any actual racing.
They might limit it to 4.
Even then, you can't pass. It's 1-lane roads. Dude.
I know.
It's impossible.
No traffic.
Yeah.
Do I think a practice mode with the Grand Race routes would lead to more engagement from casuals? No. I would say the only people who are going to use the practice mode in the Grand Races are the people who want to go faster.
Yeah, the sweats. They're going to use the practice mode to get to time hunt.
100%. Yeah. Which, by the way, I wouldn't be opposed to having a Grand Race time attack mode like that, like a practice mode. But they would you can actually time attack these things. I think that'd be cool.
Cool. Yeah, have a list of all the routes.
Yep.
Just go in a custom mode for the Grand Race routes. That'd be cool.
Yep.
I think that's actually dope. We have a leaderboard for each category, but it's okay. Wait, I almost would you do a full route in one vehicle, or would it be the regular Grand Race?
It'd be a Grand Race. So you switch vehicles. Okay. I think it would have to be route specific. It would have to be whatever the fucking, I can't remember the Hawaiian names, Kahuku or Kalahalalola, whatever.
That one.
Yeah, and then I should have done the one I know, which is Pearl Harbor. The fucking English one. Pearl Harbor, and then it would be route 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Have a little picture of the route, and then a leaderboard for each one of those. That'd be cool. They need to bring back DNFs. I'm not really on that, Dustin. I'll be honest with you. I think we need more people playing Grand Races, not less. And I think that by having DNFs be a thing, it really, dude, more than half the lobby was DNFing every race. And not even with a sweat in the lobby. Dude, I think, just with, regular, decent players. Dude, just my stream lobbies. Those players, not when the sweats joined. When there's no sweats and it's just a stream lobby regular one, more than half the lobby DNFs at that point. Then you get a sweat in the lobby and it's most of the lobby DNFs, 80% of it. I don't know. It just doesn't, it is a skill issue, but it's not very inclusive, right? You want more. The reason Grand Races have 28 players in it is because there's 24 fucking idiots. There's 24 of you guys that just don't know what you're doing at all. You're not very good at the game, which is, it's fine. It's fine. You guys cannot be very good at the game. It's not a big deal. But that's the reason why there's 28 in there. If it only was sweats, bro, it wouldn't be full. It wouldn't be 28. So I want more people. I want more people in there. The only time I would have DNF'd an entire lobby, they removed it. Well, I could say the same thing. I don't know that I've gotten 50 seconds. I think I've only been ahead by 40 something.
Yeah, I don't know. I never checked, but.
So DNFs and rank Grand Races? Maybe. I didn't really think about that, but maybe.
Yeah. I've had it to where just only second place is finished.
Yeah, same.
I've done that before, but not a full lobby.
Bone says, I want to start spectating the last place driver to see what the heck they're doing. Do it. Just get into a race and just leave and spectate and just watch the last place person. It's pretty funny. All right, we should switch subjects. I'm feeling this one stalling out. Let's switch to my next tournament. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. And I don't have any. We're still working on like the graphics part of it and like the logo and all that. But I kind of want to go over the format with everyone because there is going to be a qualifier for this one. Okay, so this is something I'm doing, a completely new format for this tournament. So let me do. Let's see. Should I just share my screen here? Probably. Let's do this. Okay. So this is the Google form. This is the registration form. Here is my idea. I want to do a 2v2 tournament. A single elimination tournament bracket, as you see here. It's going to be basically random draw. So team 1 through team 16, completely random draw. 2v2 tournament, and you guys have to come up with your own teams. I'm not gonna awful go. I'm not going to build the teams. You guys are gonna build the teams, okay? The reason there's a qualifier is because we can't have more than 16 in the tournament. More than 16 means the tournament would have to take place on multiple days, and I'm just not willing to do that because it doesn't seem like participation is as high when I split it up among different days. So here's what I want. You guys come up with the teams, and then when you put your registration form in, you will have to submit a qualifying proof, basically a screenshot, okay? That screenshot is going to be of your performance on a particular race. You and your teammate together. You guys are both going to be in the race, slipstreaming your dicks off. And whatever your time is, the top 16 teams, the times, are going to go into the tournament. So this is a qualifying thing, okay? You have to qualify for this one. I just want to switch it up, see what we can do here. So let's talk about tournament rules and procedures. The max team size, like I said, is 2. You cannot have more than 2. I want you to commit just 2 people on the team. There's no substitutes, nothing like that, okay? The max number of teams in the tournament is 16. Already said that. You guys have to put in your registration form, which is this form here. I'm not going to release it yet, but you guys can start forming your teams. Tournament brackets are going to be randomly generated from the qualified team. So of the top 16 in that qualification, those teams are going to be put randomly in the bracket. I'm not going to like go, 1 versus 16, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to like do an actual bracket. We're going to just do random. So if you qualify, you qualify. There's no seeding. The pre-bracket qualification, this is what I was talking about. So with your registration form, you're going to submit a screenshot. There's a place on here on the form where you can send a screenshot in here. You're going to submit a screenshot of your qualifying time attack. It's going to be a time attack only, just you and your teammate going at it for one race. Top 16. Okay, I went over that already. Matchmaking server. So this is going to be sort of a point of, I think, contention for possibly the community. I'm not sure. The matchmaking server is going to be something that you can select as your preferred one on your registration form. So when you register, you say, I would like the American matchmaking server. Then when comes time to race 2v2 with you against your other team, or your team against another team, we're going to do a coin flip to see which server you guys are going to be on, okay? So it's not about, we're not going to be like, all of the races are going to take place on America, or all of them are going to be on Europe or anything like that. It's going to be based on what you guys put on your registration form, and then a coin toss right at the start of the race. The overall team points is going to determine what server is going to be for the final. So if you notice here, these are 2v2 competitions. So team 1 against team 2. The winner of that moves on. When you get to the final, we're going to, whichever team in the final has the most number of points, that's the matchmaking server we're going to be on. Here's how the match is going to work. So the start position on grand races is not controllable by us. We can't control if one team starts in the front and one team starts in the back, okay? I can't control that. So because of that, we're going to be doing a delayed start. So the people who are racing, the 4 people that are racing and myself, we're all going to be in the same race. We're going to wait 5 minutes at the start of a grand race. I'm going to park in front of you guys, and I will flash my headlights when it's time to go. You guys are going to line up as team 1 on the left, team 2 on the right, front and back, like that. So it's like basically like 2x2 square of players. Your teammate is going to be in front of you or behind you. I will flash the lights. That's when we go. I'm going to stream it to YouTube, obviously, with spectator mode. The races are going to take place right after, one after another, regardless of the route and the modifier. It's all random draw. You get what you get, and that's it. We're not going to be like, it's for a stream, right? So it's for entertainment, right? So there's not going to be any like, a selection of what we're doing in this. It's just one after another, one after another, one after another. Okay. Now, rules. I expect everyone to race clean. I don't want it to be like this because we're not going to have any type of like, all no collisions or something like that. We might have a no collisions, but we don't really know. So I want people to race clean. I don't want there to be like people getting speared in the corners, people getting like intentionally pushed out of gutters, that type of thing. Just race as clean as possible. That's my goal here. The intentional contact, if I see it, is that player is going to get 0 points for the race. Blocking at or near the finish line is not going to be permitted. The only scenario, as I'm reading this, the only scenario in which I would be okay with blocking is if we got a pro racing modifier. If the pro racing modifier is active, then blocking to me is fair game because that's your only defense against slipstream. What does permitted mean? Not permitted means you can't do it. Permitted means it is okay. Car picks are going to be open. Shortcuts are going to be completely open. Resets, double resets are not permitted. No resets in this one. And then restarts. So this is something that I was a little hesitant on, but I ended up on this. Each team can call for one restart. Only if someone gets disconnected or their game crashes before the 10% mark of the race. Okay? Once one player in the race has gotten to 10%, the race is considered valid no matter what happens. Okay? Here's how the scoring works. Players receive points for their finishing position. First place is going to get 4. This way. Second place is 3. Third place is 2. Fourth place is 0 points. So, this means... 0. This means that the team with 2 people on the podium is going to win the match. It's not necessarily about getting first, but it's about getting both of your players on the podium.
Interesting.
Now, because of the matchmaking servers, the points do matter. If you can manage to get first, you should be trying to get first because you want to have more points than your opposing team come the final, because then you get to pick your matchmaking. Well, you get to use your matchmaking server that you put on your registration form. So that's how the match scoring is going to work.
Okay. Now I have a question regarding the what do you call it? The qualifying.
Yes.
So you mentioned that they're going to have to be slipstreaming their dicks off. Is proof of that needed? Like, do they have to submit proof
of no dick?
Their dicks got
slipstreamed off.
Like,
no.
Part of the qualifying requirements.
There are no dick qualifiers and no dick requirements for this one. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure because that was you mentioned.
I did.
They have to sweat their dicks off, so I was like, how do they prove it?
Right. That's my bad.
Okay.
That's my bad.
I'm just making sure there's no.
What are we talking about?
You're gonna get dick pics sent, and yeah.
No, please do not send any proof of slipped off dicks.
Slipped off dicks. No slipped off dicks.
None. Please,
so
none.
It was just bad wording, chat.
On my part.
This is why I had to ask that.
Yes.
So that way, you guys are going to be going into a tournament dickless. You can't be having that.
Yeah. BSD, no. We're going to run this regardless of modifiers. And the races are going to be one after another. So we go back up to the bracket. I'm going to run these in order. So team 1 and team 2, that's race 1. We drop down team 3 and 4, that's race 2. 5 and 6, that's 3, 4, 5, all the way down the bracket. So we're basically going to have 8 on the outer edges of the bracket. Then you got 4 in the middle. Then you got 2 and the 1. So 1, 8. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 races in one stream. That's the goal. Anyways, I will be posting this document, this registration form soon. I don't have graphics for it yet. We haven't done any of that stuff, but this is the format. You know what I didn't do, which I should add now, is a spot for the team name. Should do that.
Yeah, they gotta get their name on there somewhere.
There we go. Team name required.
Team name.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna release this registration form soon because I know you guys are gonna want to do 2 things. You're gonna want to form your teams. Excuse me. You're also going to want to start practicing on the qualifier race. Right now, the qualifier race is going to be the Big Maui Tour with the Agera R. That's what I want to see.
Ooh.
What is this called and when is it? We don't know yet. This is called the 2v2 Grand Race Tournament. And I do not have a date for it yet. But I am most likely going to be putting it on a Saturday because every Saturday we get a lot of no collisions playlists. Most of the time on Saturday, it's like every other one is a no collision, you know? So that would be nice. So I'm hoping to do that on a Saturday. I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do is probably send an email over to IVT and see if I can't get the information on upcoming Saturday modifiers. If I can, we'll see. I don't know that they'll share it with me, but I'll try. I will try. All right, let me see if I missed anything in this. I imagine there's a separate channel to help get people in their races. Yes, so I'll have specific roles set up. That's why I'm asking you guys for your Discord. I'll have specific roles set up to make sure, and there will be a full schedule beforehand, BSD. Because you guys are doing a qualifier, it gives me a lot of time to prepare. So I'll be able to post a full schedule like the week before to see, like, to tell you exactly when you guys are going to be racing. Like, race 1 is going to start with this one, race 2 is this one, race 3 is this one. The thing is, we have to account for the 5-minute wait time at the beginning of the race. I know that sounds like excessive, but I did this myself. I actually stopped and just waited 5 minutes at the start of a grand race, and I was able to finish the grand race without running into anybody. Now, I'm not the fastest. We could put like, you put like a fucking whatever, a Goliath or a Predaking or somebody like that in the race. We'll see what happens. I think 5 minutes is enough. I don't think he's going to hit the back of anybody, but you just never know. You just never know. I'm hoping 5 minutes is enough, dude. If 5 minutes is not enough and they run into the back of the group, I'm going to be fucking floored, to be honest with you. That would be astonishing.
It'd be pretty sweet. To catch up 5 minutes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can't really be mad. Damn, these guys are crazy.
Think about it this way, though. They were doing, the Sweats were doing challenges, like 1 minute challenge, and they were DNFing lobbies at 50 seconds and all that. Yeah. That's just from second place. How far behind is the last place guy?
That's a good point.
And I think 5 minutes, I think, is fair. So it's a lot in terms of the stream, because we have to wait 5 minutes, but we can be talking about the teams and the tournament and all that. So 300 second challenge. Exactly. Anyone who truly enjoys the Crew Motorfest will not see any problem with these rules. In my opinion, they're very correct. Thanks, Astro. I appreciate that, man.
To be honest, Goliath is washed. I think Goliath's wash state DNFs your prime.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I miss any questions? Do we have questions? Does anybody have questions about this? Dustin said this tournament sounds awesome. Great job, Trigger. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyways, I'm excited to see who qualifies. I really am.
Wow.
Bone says this tournament sounds fun, but I will pass on this. I can't even get friends to do the summit with me. Bones, why don't you and fucking someone from the stream, like Dustin or BEZB or somebody like that, throw down. Why don't you and Ned for Sped go together? I think that'd be a killer team, actually. We throw Bones and Ned for Sped together.
Holy.
You guys should get together and make a team.
I do think the car choice sounds a little better with the Agera.
A little better than the Agera.
A little better.
Look, there you go. BSD's willing, dude. Go out for BSD. Anyway, that's the details of the tournament. I think
that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. It would be cool to see what teams show up.
Yes.
You know, what the teams are going to be, because we've seen in your previous tournaments
some twos.
We've seen some pairs of people working together. So it could be, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, what's the the most notorious pair of two, I feel like, is we got to see it in the previous tournament with like a Zenaku Asgeris situation.
Zenaku Asgeris, and like some Simji Goliath action.
Simji Goliath.
I think they're the same race, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even. That's it.
That's all you got. What about shit? I don't know. I was trying to think of a partner for Vaped.
There was.
What about HKR and Vaped? They were racing together.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was the other guys. There was a couple other guys that were racing together. I cannot remember their names.
Tavo and Vape together? That'd be insane.
Yeah, that could be lit.
That would be insane too.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm actually kind of pumped. I mean, they'll probably be like alt accounts, so we won't really know who they are, but it'll be pretty cool.
I'd love to see if they weren't though. I'd really like shout out to the Sweats for being crazy and being fast, but like I'd like to see some named accounts show up for this one. Vaped and Koji would be insane. Agreed.
Agreed. Be lit.
Dude, imagine fucking Predaking and Vapes, or Predaking and Koji, or whatever. It'd be crazy. Mm-hmm. Simji and Psycho would be crazy. That'd be nice to see.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what teams show up.
Yeah. I'm really this is something that I've been kind of thinking about and working on for a while. As you can see, there's a lot of like rules and structure here. Mm-hmm. I have it. I know what I have in the back of my mind. So if you guys have questions, I'll ask. But I think this will go well. I also did a little bit of consulting with the Sweats as well, just to make sure I'm not doing something that's a little not right, or not good for competition.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Again, if you guys want to start forming your teams and practicing, it's going to be the big Maui tour with the Agera R in Hyper, obviously. Mm-hmm, not in Drift.
Mm-hmm. Not in Drift, Hyper.
Now we're naming all the Sweats we know.
Yes, start naming Sweats and say they would be a good pair.
Right. Exactly. Bro, what about, dude, who was that? There was China Nam and someone else came in. It'd be cool to see that. It's cool to see China Nam. He's been in the finals like a lot. Trigger, have you seen the Street 2 tier list on Tier Maker? No, I have not. Rhino and Valak would be cool. I raced Valak the other day. It was a good race, man. He kicked my ass, but Yeah,
Valak's pretty fast.
Yeah, Valak's good. Would Leon be down to join? I would say probably at this point, probably not. I would say.
No? I feel like he'd probably join with like Grandpa or somebody.
It would be cool to see him and Grandpa do it. If he's listening, you should definitely do it, 100%. But he's been telling me how he hasn't been playing the game enough, like consistently, to feel real competitive at it right now. 7 ERH, yeah, 7 ERH.
Bro, last night when we were playing, dude, I wish I had my recording on to show you that. It was so funny. I was like literally slipstreaming behind him, and we went through a checkpoint, and he just made a 90-degree turn, like in between some houses, like for no reason. He just turned. He's like, "Oh, I thought that was a different part of the map." Like full blown just yeeted his car. I was like, "Where are you going?"
I really wish I could see that, dude.
It was so funny.
The most likely duo would be Grandpa and Waterblob, yeah, for sure. It'd be fun to see.
All those guys are they're all really good friends.
Yep. It's 10:30, dude. We didn't even get to the Call of Duty thing.
That's fine. I don't think most people in chat like Call of Duty anyways. It was just a thing that we were talking about beforehand.
Of course,
yesterday, whenever it was.
The one day I decide to mention what we have planned, and then we don't even do the thing.
It's okay.
Please, Shane, if I got that in the registration, it'd be really funny.
Awesome. No, that'd be good. I think they should do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
Go for it, dude.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'm assuming you have to be on the same system to be teammates? Not necessarily, Dustin. Not necessarily. We just all have to queue into the same race. That's all.
Well, for
to be they do. Yeah, you do. You do, because you have to qualify together. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. I forgot about that, but
damn you, Motorfest.
That's a problem with Motorfest for sure. Yep. And I didn't think of that.
Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7. I think that's most people's opinions.
Yep. All right.
Battlefield 6 was awesome.
Yeah, you had some fun playing it.
I had a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully there are a good few of you on PC, for sure. For sure there are. All right, that's it. Share the end of this this tournament information. Share this with your neighborhood sweat. Anybody that you know, send it around so we can get the word out early. These guys are gonna go crazy on that track, I think. I've literally just ruined that leaderboard, by the way, by having people sweat it and slip. That's that leaderboard. If it wasn't already slipped, it is going to be now. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Keep your eye out for possibly another stream this weekend. I'm not 100% on it yet. I'm thinking we might do a Motorfest, just have fun playing Motorfest, Grand Racing, that type of thing. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. We will see you on the next one. Bye bye.